The next 6 months are going to be absolutely critical for your altcoin bags, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. 3 reasons of what is going on in the macroeconomic front, and also what is going on with big policy changes around cryptocurrency and altcoins. This is huge news, and we're going to go over all of it in this video, guys. I love you all. This is never financial advice. So I know a lot of people that hold all altcoins and they're sitting here saying, oh my gosh, Mike, my bags are down, but Bitcoin is at $108,000. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you that this is all a smokescreen. Big things are coming for crypto, and I'm going to tell you why. But before I do that, guys, I just did a big studio remodel, and if you like it, we've got a new sign coming. Hit subscribe. Only 33% of people watching this video subscribe. Join the Freeman and Finance family, but there was some very big news that came out yesterday by Robinhood, and this cannot be overlooked. The Robinhood chain is currently being built on Arbitrum, and if you come over here and look, they're going to offer tokenized stocks to Europe, and this is just the very beginning, guys. This is real world assets. The entire US stock market available on chain for people overseas. This is just the very beginning. We're going to have tokenized everything, and at the end of this video, I'll tell you a few real world asset projects that are working on tokenizing things that are sitting under a $2 million market cap right now. But this is absolutely huge. You can see this article over here on CoinDesk.com. Robinhood pushes deeper into crypto with own blockchain tokenized launch. This is absolutely huge, and you see they're building it on Arbitrum, which is very, very interesting to me because we know Coinbase has their own chain, which is also built on Ethereum base chain. So I'm thinking that Robinhood building a chain on Arbitrum is a way to compete directly with Coinbase. This is another very big news that a lot of people miss. Coinbase is integrating their DEX into Coinbase.com, so you will soon be able to buy everything that is a base chain token directly on Coinbase. This is a new one that I've been looking into, guys. Like, if you follow me over on X, I've been talking about it, but there's a lot of really good base chain plays, guys, that are super small market cap, like this one, 240K market cap. If we come over here, there's a lot more that are extremely low market cap, but are very, very good. When you look at something like Toshi, it is listed on Coinbase directly, but soon people will have the same access to something like Leica that they will of Toshi, because it's going to be available on Coinbase.com. $240,000 market cap compared to a $200 million market cap, guys. That's why I'm getting in these extremely early, because I believe this right here is going to be critical for my base meme coins. And when you look at something like Robinhood, tokenizing assets is going to be absolutely huge for the crypto world. But crypto does not move on its own. This is just a very small piece of the pie of the macro economy. And one thing that we've been wanting is the money printer to turn on. We need the Federal Reserve to make some moves. And you can see this letter sent by the president to Jerome Powell saying what the interest rates are in all the other countries. And the reason this is very critical right now is the United States has a large amount of debt that they need to refinance. And if we're refinance that at 4-5% interest rate, that will cost billions dollars more. And so Trump's thinking that we should be somewhere between 0 and 1.75% on the interest rates. And even though the market doesn't think we're going to be that low, you can see this is the meeting coming up in just about 29 days. Currently, the odds are only a 21% cut, but that is up a lot from where it was just 2 weeks ago. You can see a week ago or a day ago, it was at 18.6%, and a week ago it was at 20.7%. So we're up from there. If we start looking in September, it's almost guaranteed that there would have already had been a rate cut. If we go to December, they are thinking that it's either 3.5 or even 3.25% interest rates. This is huge. This means mortgages back to the 4%. And guys, we have to remember why interest rates matter. When interest rates are high and you can earn 5.5 in a high yield savings account, why would you go buy something risky? Buy US Treasuries, buy something secure. But when money is cheap and you cannot make a lot of money for interest, that is when the risk on atmosphere comes. And that's normally when something like crypto or Bitcoin would take off. Yet we're already seeing a $108,000 Bitcoin. I do not think Bitcoin is going to turn around any time soon. But whenever we take a look at global trade deals, they are starting to come through. We heard about a China deal recently that came through, and most of these deals are supposed to stop negotiations and be handled very, very soon. So this is all extremely bullish, and the market agrees. It's not just Finance Freeman saying that, guys. And as always, never financial advice. I'm just a dude on YouTube. But when we take a look right now, this is tradingview.com. This is the S&P 500 that the technicals rate it, as you can see down here. I'm covering it, but I'll put it up here as a strong buy. Yet it's at an all-time high for the U.S. stock market. Another thing that we have is the DXY, the U.S. dollar index, has been going down, down, down. I've been talking about this for a long time, that a weaker dollar makes assets go up. The only person that loses with a relative weaker dollar is people holding dollars. But if somebody holds an asset, whether that be a house, Bitcoin, gold, it will go up with the weaker dollar. Now, of course, nobody wants the dollar to go to zero. That would be bad for everyone. But this trend line right here at around 92, which is about 4 basis points lower from where it's at currently, after already a 12.15% jump. But now for altcoin season, we know Bitcoin is at 108,000, yet Ethereum is at the same price it was at 3 years ago. That's no good for anyone. So what does the technical say for a potential altcoin season? So coming over here, it's a trend line that I've been tracking for a long time. I originally made it back in 2023, but you could see it has held firm. You could see these lows down here, and we respected that perfectly. So you could see from these highs, and the way I explain this is this was the DeFi summer. This was when Ethereum came around and all of that. This was, 2021 bull cycle. But this has been a slow bleed of worthless altcoins going down compared to Bitcoin. But it looks like we found a bottom, look like we found a bull flag. And I believe we're going to trend like this, but we are going to pop out relatively soon. And I believe this is where we have the good altcoins, Ethereum, Sui, Solana. But I do think Solana is going to lose its market share. That's just what I potentially think. I think Hyperliquid will do extremely good. I think Caspa will do extremely good. But I do believe that the altcoins that are going to run the most with the dollar going down and with ETH BTC starting to revive is going to be real world assets. Like I said, Robinhood is already doing real world assets with tokenized stocks. We hear about stable coins all in the news with Circle's IPO. This is a very, very hot topic. There's a lot of money for companies to make it, but I am constantly looking for the low cap, micro cap bonus for this video, real world assets. So I'm going to go over my favorite project right now at a $1.2 million market cap, and that is Home3. Home3, very low market cap project, guys. I originally covered it up here at the top, which was like a $7 million market cap. Obviously, I'm way, way down on it, but guys, this is nothing. A $1.28 million market cap for a real world asset project. If we just come over here to the website, what they are doing is tokenizing real estate. And I think right now we're seeing equities and things like real world asset on the stock side of things and on stable coins, but it's going to come to real estate. And I want to be an early bidder of this project, guys. This is just one that I'm personally looking into, but I think the future looks bright for everything markets. I think the worst thing I personally can do is leave cash in the bank. Obviously, I need enough money to pay for incidentals or any kind of emergency that comes up in my life. But I believe investing into assets, strong crypto, strong stocks, and guys, even real estate is the best thing for my financial freedom and my portfolio. But let me know, what do you think about all the news with all the big companies working on real world assets? Let me know down in the comments below. Watch this video up above, and if you're not a part of the Freeman of Finance family. What are we doing? Subscribe. I love you all.